Chapter 1. The Forgotten School. On the outer edge of the remote village of Almaraga stood a crumbling, forsaken school. Wrapped in vines and surrounded by dying trees, the locals referred to it only as that place. Nobody walked past it, not even during the day. People whispered about what had happened there 15 years ago, but no one dared say it aloud. The story always started the same: the children. They were eating themselves. It was dismissed as legend by the younger generation. After all, old people always came up with stories to scare kids, but 6 boys all around 12 years old thought otherwise. They were tight friends from the new school in the village: Hassan, Adham, Marwan, Fairs, Abdulrahman, and Saif. Bold, curious, and tired of boredom, they were always looking for a thrill. One day after school, Hassan, the reckless leader of the group, dared them. "Let's go to the old school tonight. We film ourselves inside, show the footage to everyone, and prove the story's fake. No more boogeyman tales from Grandma." Everyone laughed nervously, but eventually agreed. That night, under a heavy fog that choked the trees and muffled the wind, the boys approached the gates of the school. The chain across the rusted doors had already snapped, like it had been waiting for them. Inside, time stood still. Broken desks and chairs lay scattered. The chalkboard was cracked down the middle. The air smelled like mold and something faintly coppery. The hallways were layered in dust, but strange child-sized footprints led deeper in. Then Adham noticed the walls. Drawn in wax crayons were childlike drawings. At first glance, innocent, but the longer you stared, the more disturbing they became. They showed children sitting in a circle, biting their fingers, arms, even faces. Some were crying. Some were grinning wide, their eyes dark and empty. Fairs tried to laugh it off. Some messed up kid must have been stuck in here alone, but Saif, quiet until now, whispered, "Do you guys hear that? Like chewing?" A faint, wet crunching sound echoed from the floor above. They climbed the cracked stairs slowly, their flashlights shaking in their hands. The chewing grew louder, mixed with soft giggles. It came from what used to be a first-grade classroom. The door was half open, creaking softly like it was breathing. Inside stood a boy, alone. He was no older than them, wearing an outdated, moldy uniform. His skin was pale and torn in places. His eyes were pitch black, not dark empty. He stared directly at Hassan with an expression of expectation. Behind him sat 5 more children, cross-legged on the floor. Each was gnawing on some part of their body: a finger, a forearm, the skin of their stomach. Their teeth sank in slowly as they sobbed and laughed. The pale boy said, "You're late. We've been so hungry." Hassan felt a burning pain in his arm. He looked down. The skin was starting to peel on its own. He gasped, but worse than the pain, he felt an urge. Something inside him wanted to taste it. He screamed, trying to hold himself back. The others turned to help him, but one by one they started trembling too. Fairs clutched his face. "It hurts. My body's screaming to be eaten." The hunger was inside them all, not for food, but for themselves. Their hands trembled, their eyes dilated. Something ancient and vile had awakened in their guts. And then they heard it. A voice, not out loud, but inside their heads, whispering, "You're not the first. You won't be the last. The more you eat, the closer you come to truth." Suddenly the flashlights died. The room went pitch black. The only things they could hear were crunching, soft sobs, and hysterical laughter. The next morning, villagers found the school gates wide open, but the children were gone. All that remained was a single sheet of paper near the door. Childlike handwriting, blood-stained corners. It read, "Every bite brings us closer. Soon we'll be whole again."